Hi, this is Francis from Easel. Today I'm going to be talking through a project that I've been working on that needs one thing before it's complete, and I kind of wanted to talk about it really quickly and make a video about it so that I can kind of walk through that and kind of instruct on what needs to happen. Essentially, I've got a project where there's a base, an upright that slots into that base via this cutout here, and then this cutout slots into the other side of the upright to essentially create a T. And this is just a rudimentary version of a game that I've played a couple of times where essentially at either end of the T, there's a string that hangs down with a ring on the end, and then you swing the ring and string to try and attach it to a hook. And so the hook would be fastened somewhere on the upright. And so that's kind of what I've designed here. But the issue is that as it is right now, the slots on the upright will not fit into the base or the T section, and that's because it's not that the notches aren't big enough or the cutouts aren't big enough. It's because when CNC bits do cutouts, because CNC bits are round, when they cut out corners, those corners get rounded. And the smaller the bit is, the smaller that round is. But when you're doing something like that, you're going to see that then you have like a square piece here that gets cut out. And when you go to slot it in, the corners are going to be point still, so you're not going to be able to fit it into that notch, and so that upright's going to have trouble fitting into that notch. And theoretically, you could just kind of shave down the corners a little bit. There's another way you can do it in Easel that allows you to just kind of do it really quickly and adjust really quickly, and I'm going to show that here. So essentially what I need to do is select one of my cutouts, and then I'll go over to the Easel app library. This will open up the library, and then I'll scroll down to Dogbone Generator. And essentially, what the Dogbone Generator does is, let me just adjust a couple of things here. 65, inside, outside. What the Dogbone Generator does is, let's give it a bit of a bigger threshold here, creates like a circular, little like kind of circle cutout or a little extra cutout on each of the corners, so that when I fit my piece in that's completely square into this thing that will have rounded corners because of the CNC bit, there's a little extra space on those corners so that it slots in correctly on the first go. So I've created my Dogbone, and now I'll import it, and Easel will import it down here at the bottom. So you'll need to grab it, remove the one you've already got, and then align it in Easel. And now if we zoom in really close, because I'm using a 16th inch bit, it's a little less. You can see that there's like a little cutout on those corners that allows me then to slot in my piece correctly, which is what I'm looking for. And I'll help you visualize that again really quickly with a larger piece, just so we can kind of get a better sense of that. So I'm going to switch my bit here, or I don't need to switch it. I'll change the cut to inside shape path. And then when I go in here and click on Dogbone Generator, we'll leave it at 1/8 of an inch. And then I'll import it, and we can see this is with an 1/8 inch bit that cutout becomes bigger, but it essentially is giving us more space at those corners where we're going to need it to slot our piece in. So that's how you would use it in this instance, where you've got to kind of create notches that are going to fit. And that's just a little bit more about the Easel Dogbone Generator. Have a wonderful day.
To learn more, head over to easel.com.